Hi everybody, my name's Cliff Curry. I'm the superintendent of Red Bluff Elementary. We're in our 5th day of distance learning, and I wanted a chance to check in with you to talk about where we've been and where we're going to be going together in the coming months and weeks ahead. Firstly, I'd like to really thank the staff, our teachers, and our parents for really jumping in with both feet into the effort of beginning distance learning. It was not easy to start from scratch, even though we had done some of these things during the shutdown back in March. This is a completely different animal, as you have seen. The state has some new requirements for us. They have minimum minutes of instruction. They have requirements about contacting every student every day. We have very specific things that we must do that are essentially related to being a school and being in session as a school, even though we're delivering online instruction or distance learning. So thank you for responding to that. That's one of the kudos I wanted to put out there is to parents and to our staff. We were concerned early on that we may not be able to contact all of our families right away. But what we found was nearly every student in this district is engaged in learning as of now. We were able to very quickly reach out to all of our parents. That means that you had done the work in terms of reaching out to us when you changed addresses or phone numbers. We were able to get the information we needed to get your students started. I think parents and teachers were happy with starting out by having some parent-teacher orientation time to talk about the expectations that the state is requiring us and that we're going to be having for classes. So thank you for persevering through this more difficult period. It's not like there hasn't been some challenges. The technology, a technology that in some cases has been fairly untested. Probably some of the companies that we're doing business with didn't anticipate that hundreds of thousands of people across this country would be using their product. And some of the results show that. We've had some occasional drops, some outages. Thank you, and I appreciate your continued patience and perseverance through those issues as moving forward. I can tell you that we have acted as quickly as we could to every such issue coming up to make sure that we addressed it as quickly as possible. So thank you for your continued work in that sphere and for remaining patient with it. I did want to give a little bit of a reminder. We're serving meals at all of our sites in the morning. You should all have your daily schedule now in your hands for your student, and I hope everybody's taking advantage of the meals. My nutrition director wanted me to remind you that we do need to have everybody fill out, if you have not, fill out the nutrition forms for the district so that we can get you in that line process quickly moving through in the mornings to get you the meals that your students need to stay focused on learning. So thanks for that. I did want to talk a little bit about our plans for parent support. So we want you to be aware that we are interested in hearing from you about any issues that you may have. And we would expect that you share any issues with your teacher. Your teacher is then going to reach out to their administrative support at the site level. And we also have some district level support for various issues, either related to technology, some of the learning software, curriculum that we have. So our entire district operation is geared towards supporting you, the parent, and your student through distance learning. So if you're experiencing problems or difficulties, please let your teacher know. They will then either address it or seek out some of the support that we have for parents at the district and site level. We have psychologists and counselors. They've done an excellent job of reaching out to families. They want you to know that they are there for you to assist in any of the difficult things that you have confronting you. Many of the things that we were concerned about with students was they may need somebody to talk to outside of the academic piece. But if you have a student who's struggling, please reach out to our counseling department. They are very interested in supporting your student at home. They're interested in supporting families. So we have those resources. Please use them. Just let us know when we can be of help. You should also know that part of the state guidance says we need to reach out to any parent. If, for instance, we don't see a student that's logged in for a few days, we're going to be reaching out to parents to check in, to make sure there's nothing that we can't do to help facilitate that student participating in school, in the classes that we have and through our distant learning program. Looking ahead, now you probably all have heard that we've hit the county watch list. For our district, being on distance learning, it means that as soon as we were off the watch list for 14 days, we would have the opportunity to reevaluate opening. We would have to do that in concert with our local health department and look at the other factors that are going on. We are working on the factors that were the reason for us having to move to distance learning. We are looking into the solution for the liability issues that this district faces right now with our insurance. We're also looking at closely monitoring the parent involvement, the parent requests for distance learning. So we're going to be putting out more surveys in the future. We're going to be doing a community forum to seek more specific input from parents. But please know, we want to take that input from our parents. We also have our learning continuity and accountability plan coming up in September. So every district in the state had to create one of these plans specific for this year. It's different from other plans that we have done in the past, but it's part of the accountability. So look forward for that. We're going to be pushing out information about what our plan is, and we're going to be asking you for input on that plan and for comment and for other ways of getting parents involved in guiding what we're doing here at the district. I want to really acknowledge parents and the work that you're doing. We know this is a difficult situation. Of course, it's difficult at a global, national, state, and local level. But it's difficult to talk about the nation and what's happening in another state. We know that what's happening here in Red Bluff is difficult enough. And we understand the struggles and tribulations that people are going through. We know that distance learning was not preferred method for many of you. But what we're hearing from our staff overwhelmingly is that parents are rolling up their sleeves and you are trying to make the best of this situation. And I couldn't be happier to serve a group of people who are willing to do what it takes for their kids to make things work. That is what we are here for. We want to be as big a part of that effort as we can be. We thank you for the effort that you had put in, and we will continue to work with you to try and make this the best experience that we can in a situation that, quite frankly, is not ideal, and everybody would agree that that's true. But thank you for continuing to work with us. Thank you for the efforts that you put into helping your students, and we're hopeful that as time goes by, we will together create a better program and that we will continually get better until such time as we no longer have to do it this way. So thanks again.